Mindset Training by late Jim Rohn. Become a millionaire in 1 year. Number 9A. Monitoring progress and making adjustments. Monitoring progress and making adjustments. It's one thing to set a goal, but it's another thing entirely to stick to it and make real progress toward it. As you work towards becoming a millionaire, you need to keep a pulse on your progress. You can't just make a decision, set your goals and hope for the best. You have to track where you're at. Analyze what's working and make adjustments when things aren't going the way you expected. This is the key to staying on course and ensuring that you're heading in the right direction. The truth is things will never go exactly as planned, but if you stay committed to monitoring your progress and adjusting your approach, you'll have the resilience you need to succeed. Imagine you're driving somewhere and you're using GPS to get there. The GPS is constantly recalculating and adjusting based on the route you're taking, making sure you stay on track and arrive at your destination. Now think of yourself as the driver of your life and your goals as your destination. If you don't check it in along the way, if you don't pay attention to what's working and what isn't, you might get lost or find yourself heading in the wrong direction without realizing it. But when you're monitoring your progress regularly, it's like checking your map and adjusting as needed to get to your final destination. You'll be able to make informed decisions about your next steps, and you'll always be moving forward with purpose. So how do you monitor your progress effectively? Monitoring progress and making adjustments is one thing to set a goal. It starts with being honest with yourself about where you are in the process. You've got to take an objective look at your progress. So far, are you hitting your target? Are you staying on track with your financial goals, your investments, or your business strategies? You can't measure your success if you're not paying attention to the details. This is where tracking becomes incredibly powerful. Whether you're keeping a journal, using an app, or creating a spreadsheet, find a way to track your actions, your spending, your investments, and results. This way you can see how far you've come, and you'll also have the data you need to make the adjustments as you go. But it's not just about numbers, it's about analyzing what those numbers mean. For example, if you're not hitting your income goals, you need to dig deeper. Are there areas where you're spending too much? Are your income streams where they need to be? Or is there a gap in your strategy that you haven't noticed? When you track everything closely, you start to see patterns and trends. You get to understand your habits, what's working and what's not. And from there, you can make the right changes. You're not longer just reacting to situations, you're proactively making adjustments to get back on track. And let's be real, adjusting your plan is necessary. Life doesn't go according to a perfect script. There are bumps in the road, changes in the market, unexpected challenges, and sometimes things just not pan out the way you thought it would. That's why you need to be flexible. You've got to stay open to making tweaks along the way. You might have to revise your strategy, learn new skills, or try a different approach if you're not getting the results you want. The key is not to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. Instead, look at it as an opportunity to learn and adjust your course. Progress is not always linear. Sometimes you'll experience periods of rapid growth, and other times things will slow down. That's okay. What matters is that you stay consistent and keep monitoring your progress. Don't get too comfortable with where you are, and don't get discouraged by setbacks. Stay the course. But also know when it's time to shift your strategy. Regular checking in with yourself and your goals will allow you to do that. It's about being proactive rather than reactive. One of the biggest mistakes people make when it comes to monitoring progress is failing to celebrate their wins. It's easy to get focused on what's next and never take the time to acknowledge how far you've come. But taking the time to celebrate your milestones, no matter how small, is incredibly important. It's a way of reinforcing positive behavior and recognizing your hard work. Celebrate the fact that you're on the right path, that you're moving forward, even if it's at a slower pace that you anticipated. Celebrating your progress fuels your motivation, keeps your energy up, and reminds you that every step is a step closer to your goal. Now let's talk about the bigger picture. Monitoring progress isn't just about the day-to-day task. It's also about evaluating the overall direction you've headed in. Are you still aligned with your long-term vision? Are the goals you set at the beginning still relevant to where you want to go, or have things changed along the way? Sometimes as you make progress and grow, you'll realize that your original goals need to be adjusted. And that's okay. Growth often leads to a shift in perspective. As you learn new things, you may discover that you want something different, something bigger, or something more specific. If that's the case, don't be afraid to adjust your goals to match your new vision. My name is Magda, and the reason I do this, my business, I'm the CEO of my own online business. My business requires 85% mindset and 15% strategy. And I'm looking for 100 people to go on a road, a journey of becoming a millionaire in 1 year. Guys, if Jim Rohn says it's possible, it is possible. With this man's backup as our inspiration, we can do it. And my business is, we've got tens of thousands of community members. So we've got all the other ingredients to make this work, because on our platform of tens and thousands of community members, on the one side is our programs, and on the other side is all the big earners. They do training. We have life coaching every week. We've got a program that we haven't created or designed that we earn 100% profit on. So our business is on automation. We've got a 2-hour earning activity day, so there's enough time to study and sharpen your skills. So it's all there, guys. It's all there, and I'm so excited. And you know what? My biggest dream in life is to but that's not always possible, because you don't get to everybody. Let's change lives. My name is Magda. Oh, I did say my name is Magda. So put really in the comments if you want to be more happy. We want to become millionaires. So just think what we can do.